I think there's some nice news as of right now when it comes to XCN. And what is that? Not too long ago, Onyx, they made a post on X, and it said that XCN is now available on eToro. Now, eToro is pretty massive. And some people may be thinking, oh, okay, how is this even nice? I mean, take a look at the price of XCN as of right now. It's not doing the best. I'm totally aware of that. But I think stuff like this, especially when it comes to exchange listings, when it comes to any project, really, I just kind of feel like during a time when the project isn't doing the best, during a time where maybe the attention when it comes to altcoins aren't doing the best, it doesn't necessarily showcase it kind of like in a way it would if the markets are doing good. So when people say, oh, who cares about this? Well, personally, I do care because I think stuff like this is kind of laying the groundwork, the foundation for the project moving forward. Because, in my opinion, if a project has more exposure, if a project has kind of like more notoriety, I don't view it as a bad thing because if, let's say, I never knew what XCN was, if I never knew it existed, how will I know it exists? You know what I mean? So this is kind of the way I take a look at it. I think generally speaking, I'm not only talking about Onyx or just any other project, I'm just saying generally speaking, I would say that exchange listings could arguably have maybe a better effect in terms of gaining attention because if let's say I believe in this space and let's say I have an exchange, let's say I have an app, right? Wouldn't I be more kind of already aware of the space and aware of projects anyways to begin with, as opposed to, let's say, I heard my favorite celebrity talk about a project that I don't even know, I'd probably just ignore it, right? I probably wouldn't really care. So I like seeing stuff like this, generally speaking, when it comes to projects, but again, XCN allegedly now being available on eToro, at least according to their post, this is something that I'm very excited for. And again, Onyx, I get it. Some people like to say, oh, it's a watered down version of Ripple and Stellar. But really, we have to take a look at why I don't think it really is in the grand scheme of things. Because I get it, Onyx, it's focused on the same markets as Ripple and Stellar, focused on global trade and finance, focused on the payments market, which I'm a fan of. But then at the same time, Onyx is trying to do more things than just kind of simply existing. Because let's take a look at how they have Goliath in the works. They're planning to launch the mainnet in Q1 of next year, test in Q3 of this year. Goliath, we'll see if it's ever really going to be a good layer 1 blockchain. I mean, only time will tell, but I still think it's good that they're at least trying to do something nonetheless. Not to mention Onyx, I get really beyond that, doesn't really have much hype as of right now, but take a look at what XCN did not too long ago, really without much to kind of latch onto, I think in the grand scheme of things when it comes to Onyx, and it still did that. I get it, there's a pullback, but if it was able to do that back then without much really going on for it, imagine, let's say maybe if the altcoin space was better, let's say the markets were doing a lot better when it comes to altcoins again specifically, what would happen to something like XCN then? This is just my thought process. However, even though nothing I say is financial advice, 25 cents when it comes to XCN wouldn't surprise me whatsoever because if let's say it were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around $8.5 billion, around a 17x from here. If let's say Bitcoin went to 200 grand, 300 grand, would this kind of be surprising to me? Not really. The markets, in my opinion, they're just going to do whatever they want to. I have no control over that, so I'm going to stay patient, and that's it. I stayed patient with XCN to begin with, and it did that. There's a pullback. I get it, but if I was bullish and patient on XCN back then, I don't know why I wouldn't be patient with it as of right now. So I'm going to stay patient, and that's pretty much it. But I'm going to still be holding, waiting, dollar cost averaging, and that's pretty much it. But I do like seeing stuff like this when it comes to Onyx. Again, regarding, XCN and also eToro. So this is just, again, a quick update. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. It's Willie the Captain. I'll catch you all in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.